Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to 827 with Toby A. One Day. This is a platform that I created about 2 to 3 years ago, and I'm happy that it's now being born. I created this platform to talk us through what life throws at you, especially as a young adult in today's world. My hope for this podcast is that it will serve almost as a safe haven and a comforting place for us to share our experiences, our trials and our tribulations on navigating life as someone who is just now entering adulthood. And if we really speak about it, that is a terrifying experience. As beautiful as entering adulthood is, you get your own independence, your own money, all this hard work is paying off. You're relearning yourself. That's terrifying. To me, this podcast is simply just sharing my ideas and my thoughts, having conversation, and being in the moment. I have a lot on my chest, and ever since I can remember, around 14 years old, life has been getting real. So now here I am, 5 years later, I'm 19. I felt as if now is the right time to share what I have to say about my journey through adulthood, because it's not easy, but it's also a beautiful thing to talk about. So I feel like it's something that needs to be heard, and it's something that I'm not the only one going through. So I love to do anything that can help someone else, better themselves. So this is really why I'm here to get that all out. Episode 1, Your Success Won't Limit Mine. We've all heard the saying, comparison is a thief of joy. In my rule book of life, I guess you can say, because I feel like everyone has a rule book in life, I truly believe in this saying, and I try to live by it day by day. That if I'm comparing myself, I'm simply not going to be happy. Sometimes I think, there's no such thing as positive comparison, because it's if I'm always wondering what someone else got, or I'm always damn, why they got that and why I don't, I'm putting all that energy into them first off. I'm not going to be focusing on myself, which is not me living to my full potential, because I'm not thinking of myself, nor am I putting the energy into myself to better myself. We're all running a race, and what we tend to forget is that we're all running it at a different pace than the other person. Which is why I feel like I'm such a big advocate for agreeing with comparison is a thief of joy, because especially with my generation, social media plays a big factor in that. It's very good but very toxic at the same time. Social media is almost poison to someone that struggles with comparison issues. Let me explain. If you're a person that's always, let's say you wake up, first thing you do is, you get your phone, like many of us do. I try not to, because I've just been learning, it's not a good habit, but that's beyond the point. You wake up, go straight to Instagram for say. Your friend just posted, they got a new car. Yeah, you're happy for them, but you're like, damn, when am I going to do that? Little do you know, you and your friend are definitely in two different places. They got a job that's paying good. Not saying that, you need to get your shit up, but you simply don't, and that's okay. It's not always going to happen at the same time with you guys. But that's why I'm saying, social media is poison, because if you're really being for real, who goes on social media and really tells the truth? Oh, damn, I've been unemployed for so and so years. Oh, damn, I've had a horrible day for these past weeks. Who's being real upfront like that? No one. You go on social media, everyone's posting their good days and their good days only. Which is why that is the last place you need to be when you're comparing yourself to other people. I'm not about to sit here and say we're all frauds, because that would be a lie in itself, but it's not reliable. And I feel like that's really what's causing a lot of unhappiness nowadays in people's lives. It's bringing down self-esteem, confidence. It's because we're always looking at what other people have instead of, being grateful and happy for what we already have. I see it as you watering someone else's plants always, 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 but you're not watering what you have. Like, if you water what you have, maybe it'll grow and it'll become something beautiful, rather than you feeding into someone else's and you just growing theirs. Grow what you have. Give the love and energy into what you have, and then watch it grow. Don't compare. Don't be jealous. Like, there's good jealousy and there's bad jealousy. I think like that. You could be jealous of someone because, like, damn, they really got their shit together. I need to be like them. Like, I'm like, it's almost you happy for them. Like, damn, that type of jealousy. I don't know if that made sense, but in my head it made sense. Y'all interpret it. So, but you almost have to train your mind. If you don't have the mindset already or the confidence, you have to train your mind that what you have and what you're doing is enough. You can't, it may be hard, like, it's not going to happen overnight, but you need to train yourself into thinking, okay, this person is at this point in their life, but that doesn't mean that I won't get there as well. Be happy for them. Because your day is going to come. Just because it's not happening now doesn't mean it's not going to happen. And I feel like that's something we don't really think about. Like, when we're comparing ourselves to people, it's just straight off the bat, like, damn. Like, you just so hard on yourself. Like, damn, why is that not happening to me? Why did they get it? First off, you don't know what it took for them to get it, whether it was good or bad. So that's one step into one reason as to why you shouldn't be comparing yourself. 2, it could simply just not be your time, and that's okay. Like I said earlier, we're all running a race, but we're all running it at a different pace. Like, it's okay. And this is something that I definitely did deal with, and I did grow out of it, thankfully. Of course, I am human. Some days I will catch myself, but I knock myself out of it very quickly because I realize it's doing me more harm than it is good. But, like, I'm an athlete. I've been an athlete for, I can't even remember, maybe since I was 10 years old. Y'all know, well, if you do know, track and field, very competitive sport. If you're a student athlete, you know how bad comparison gets you. Not even student athlete, if you're an athlete in general, you know how bad comparison gets you. Thinking you're not training enough when you know for sure you're doing all the same trainings as the next person, but why are you not getting the same results? Why is this not happening to you? Why are they getting first place? Why are their times getting shorter? Why are their distances getting farther? You're putting in the same work. And if anything, you're putting in more work, it seems like, because you want to be so much better than them. When it's simply, we don't know. We just don't know why it's happening. But in this case, it is different because when you're comparing yourself to others in sports, it's a positive comparison to, because I drive off of competition. I know in my sport, like, I just simply, I don't like to lose. So when I'm comparing myself in my sport, it does give me a benefit, a positive result. It leads me to working harder. Like, if we're being for real, I'm comparing myself to them because they're better than me. I will never compare myself to someone, obviously, that's losing, Another branch comparison can lead into sometimes is we compare ourselves to someone else because we're scared for someone to be better than us. Which is why I think, in my head, comparison and jealousy go hand in hand, because you can start comparing yourself so much you start getting jealous of them because you're like, oh wait, you're doing good, but don't do too much because now you may be better than me, and that's not okay. You understand what I'm saying? That is when it really becomes an issue, because now I feel like that's your ego really speaking for itself. Which is why I called this episode Your Success Won't Limit Mine. We need to stop doing this thing where we compare ourselves to someone to see who is better. We're comparing ourselves to somebody because we're trying to see if we at the same level. And that becomes an issue because now you're watching Mad Face and you're trying to make sure they don't get better than you. But what's the reason? Why are you trying to make sure that they don't become better than you? You're doing that because subconsciously you're thinking, oh, if they're better than me, that means I can't do it. But who says that? Y'all both could be great. Like, there's enough for everybody. And I feel like we don't see that enough. And we don't think that enough. And that's when it becomes an issue.